Show me some pictures. Tell me the latest on the house. What's going on?
So my ceiling caved in.
Did it cave in or did you tear it down?
Oh, it caved in.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
How long have you known that it was a problem, though?
It was just blowing a little bit.
I had my suspicions. I actually started cleaning that room up in preparation.
Yeah, the ceiling tile, little bits have been falling on the floor for years. I didn't know what it was. I just kept cleaning.
No. So there was no evidence. Like if there was evidence, I would have dealt with it sooner. But so it's a complicated story. Okay.
Pipe froze?
Should we revisit the first time you talked about your house?
No, let's not do that yet.
I don't even.
Let's pause.
Oh, my wash is froze.
We gotta finish one story before we move into the next one. So, the tree that feeds your bathtub, the hot and cold water, it's called a tree, I guess. I don't know. I've been at Lowe's a lot lately. So, the valve on the hot water is going bad, so it drips. Right, it drips a little bit. It's annoying. I'm like, I need to fix it, but I haven't got around to fixing it. Right. And my hot water is like 9 million degrees. Like I've cranked my water heater all the way up.
Why?
It's gas powered. So because I love when it burns. Like and I like take like a knife.
That's a story for later.
Yeah. We'll get to that. That's a B story. So it drips, right? And it's been dripping ever since December. Like
it's been driven since December and it burns.
Right, and it burns.
Do you need to see a doctor?
So it's just upstairs?
It's
Like,
upstairs.
So that's what's happening.
The hot water is not the one that's leaking. Like I'm leading up to it, right?
All right.
So it's been dripping super hot water since December, and I noticed one day that like it was technically steaming up my bathroom, and I didn't want it to because it's going to start damaging more stuff. So I turned, instead of fixing the problem, I just turned the cold water on just a little bit to bring the temperature down. So the drip is just not as hot, right? That makes sense to me, right? So
wait a second. So you had the hot water.
You added a drip.
So you added more water.
I added more water to it, so it wouldn't be as hot. My water bill's gonna be like $140. So therein lies the problem, right?
Oh Lord.
So wait, so I haven't got to what caused the act. So this is what I think happened because I found out where it was leaking. It wasn't leaking internally in the walls, in the pipes. The pipes weren't leaking. The actual external faucet on the tub was dripping, and it would run down the wall. And it was such a small drip that you couldn't see it running down the wall. It would go through the crack in the tub and then drip onto the subroof, run down the subroof, and then drip onto that false ceiling. It's a false ceiling. I have 3 floors. I have the bathtub floor, I have a middle ceiling, and then I have the drop ceiling. So it was dripping onto the drop ceiling, and it just, because they finally got saturated enough after like 2 weeks that they just caved. And it was leaking slowly when I would use the cold water, but I would turn it off and it would stop. It was doing the same thing. I just didn't know it because it wasn't constantly running.
You're the only person I know that has a leak and adds water.
I know just what'll fix this.
More water! Increase the water tenfold!
Just throw more water at it, you know? So
Fight water with water.
I took it all apart. I fixed the cold water leak when I put there's like little.
Well, the cold water leak was caused by you, right? Because you turned the knob.
Right.
So you just turned the knob off.
No. So I took it all apart and I couldn't, because here's the deal, like when you look under the tub, like if water's dripping, you expect it to be a big wet spot underneath the drip. I mean, it's exactly like how your mom works. So,
my mom works like that.
You know, there's a big wet spot under her drip. But when I opened the access panel and I looked under the tub is here, and the water spot was here. Like I was like, it doesn't make any sense. And it was because it was running down the wall and like under the wood, and then it would drip down. Like it was coming from a place that I did not expect it to. So I took it all apart and I found some I had to take O-rings and cut them in half because the tree is like 62 years old and
used to doing that for your mom?
Not my mom.
Oh, Lord.
Put it all together, stop the cold water leak, but the hot water still drips because it's a valve. Like the valve is bad in the faucet. And like I have to replace the tree to change the valve because they don't make valves that old anymore.
So now that you don't have a ceiling to catch the water, you put a bucket down?
I have like a little, yes.
No, he's done nothing.
It's just dropping on the floor, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Just a little wet spot.
Well, that's the thing, like, now I have to fix the drop ceiling.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one too.
That sucks.
You just gonna add more drop ceiling? I mean,
Yeah.
Like, just add a
Add
second
another
drop
ceiling right underneath
I
it.
have a fourth ceiling in my house. I think that's an amiable solution for everyone involved.
So since Ty brought it up, let's talk about the household situation.
What about the household situation?
Is the house worth more now than when you bought it?
Not when there's big holes in the ceiling.
Oh.
No, it doesn't do anything for the value. Of
It doesn't do anything for the value.